Testando. 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 Quase não. Vai para lá. Palhaçada. Levanta, cara. Tá de... Bate um, você despenca no quinto dos infernos. Quase caiu, mas... Levanta. Você consegue a proeza de cair. Cai no final, vai tomar um banho, vagabundo. Ô palhaço, vai cair daqui. É uma palhaçada, porque aí no final não tem onde ficar escondido. Tá de palhaçada, vai tomar no banho, vagabundo. Tenta salvar do outro lado pra ver se não fica voltando tudo pra trás. tem efeito. Tá de palhaçada, não tem nem onde se esconde. Eu ficar carregando umas 500 vezes. Vocês não estão nem aqui. Bom. Daqui eu acho que não alcança, não. Porcaria, você não pula que eu pra pular, só anda de lado. Nem encostou direito, o vagabundo caiu no quinto dos infernos. Tá transmitindo ainda? Vai tomar no cu desgraça. Tá com palhaçada? Sobe no buraco, tá testado. Vagabundo. Mesma palhaçada. Tá apontando duas coisas, mas... Só de dar um toquinho já vai pra vala. Ele caiu daqui. Não tinha moeta, não? Merda. Aqui já é roubalinha. Quando não é por cima, vai por baixo. Voltar lá pro começo. Ver o que dá pra fazer, se dá pra evitar essa porcaria. Tá de palhaçada que você ia parar no ar, vagabundo. Vai, se desce. Não tem escolha. E a palhaça cai na primeira que cai. Não tem nenhuma habilidade que vai servir pra nada. Quase caiu.
These ghosts aren't very helpful.
The dead should not keep secret.
Ah, tá de palhaçada. Sai da minha frente, cara. Ainda me atrapalha na sua granada. Praga, você tá me dançando. Cadê a merda dessa magia? Eu tô dando comando, você não tá usando essa merda?
I'll fix this.
The Echidnas are being less worthy than I thought.
What did you expect? They're dead.
They must be trying to protect their gardener. Still, this feels hostile.
Don't worry. We're getting answers, with or without their help.
The times that
But you
É aqui.
are an outland. Somehow you've proven to have strength and wit. We now see what you represent. We know the truth of you. We cannot risk you causing another calamity. One last time, and no more. This I vow. I, Katenrus, who was Tebaru Sonakis once, understand promises, unlike some. No more words. You have not earned the right. Finish your last trial. Perhaps, but you will have none from me. You come as a supplicant. You do not have the privilege of questions. Go.
I wonder what's at the end of all these trials. Can't imagine it's good. Of course these trials require a...
Vai, pega.
You bear our gardener's mark.
Eu caí daqui, ali não tem saída. Tá de palhaçada? Agora abre.
Has grown roots into the Outlander.
What do you truly seek with our God?
The fur on the back of my neck is done. Thing up.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardens. Hesitation. Why do we smell fear? We are here to be found. Why? Why will they not free us?
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and causing another calamity.
Be that as it may, we still won't risk another. You must perish, Outlander.
We will not have the gardener break this land again. You cannot convince us otherwise.
Accusations like water. We do not recognize our face. The ripples break. What do they hide from us? Why do they turn away?
Now, lay your life down. We will all rest quietly. The gardener will not be disturbed.
We only do what we must.
So be it. Prepare yourself.
Company.
Ah, eu ia mandar você sortar uma magia, você não tem mais. Tá de palhaçada com o meu lado.
Anyone else want to die a second time?
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize on the table over there. Let's take a look.
Not bad for a
17.
scholar.
Wow. I've never seen an Akedan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
A map? I can't believe it survived all these years. Just waiting for the right hands to pick it up again.
Don't rush me, dearie. Akedan isn't easy to translate, you know.
So close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need time to translate.
Pronto. Tem mais alguma coisa pra ver aqui.
I think your god would like a word. Try and make it quick.
Come, we yearn for answers. You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Jabaru Sinakis, they turn from you. How can this be? Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. Ungrateful! They forget what we have done for them, how we loved them. We were theirs, and they were ours, and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always, we protected them. We will not remember. Do not question us. Blade slips between the bones like a blade. We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them. We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We loved them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. We will show you.
Pode mandar poder.
Wait. an intruder. The piercing light. She draws near. The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed. She brings the purging fire at her back. She comes to trap us. Out! Out! Send her out! Set us free!
A Inquisidora?
Wake up! Wake up! What happened? Are you all right? What did you do? Oh, really? It's hard to tell with all the dream thralls around.
While you were unconscious, the Adra pillar was not. A great deal of energy passed through it, to parts unknown.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Sapidal? Once we get past all these dream thralls, I'll be excited to see what scares a god. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now! The map points us to Galawain's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
We should talk to Marius. He knows the tusks better than anyone. Until then, we must ready ourselves for a fight.
Pronto.
You asked for it.
We should go. The dream spirit is upon us.
On your right.
Cadê? Quase. Hurry in the brush. Ah, tem um mago ali. morrer mesmo.
Hurry in the brush! Swamp!
Vai.
Let's begin. Oh, big mistake.
Calma aí, infeliz. Não é pra ter feito isso, Zumbi. Eu mandei você usar essa magia. Alguém tá atacando esses caras.
Leave. Before you worsen the situation.
Ruins are overgrown with corruption. You should burn. Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. And the dream scourge. Yet you walked away unscathed. Fascinating. This is a spring from which the dream scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison we burned out of Fur Messiverno.
The only thing you burned was hope, and I am determined to get it back, even if I must take it from you.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sapadal. We cut off an infected limb. Nothing more.
And now that severed limb has come back to strangle you.
I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring? Different wars on the same battlefield. There are two plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the dream scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out,
Ik heb jullie wel eens
bury
vermoeden.
the fire, but still they rage.
Hubris. She assumes a great deal about a force she barely understands.
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far. No, it's ours to decide. And without you, Sapadal can do nothing to stop us.
She's trying to turn you against the living lands, not just Sapadal. She's either desperate or frightened. But I know one thing. She's weak.
That's all well and good. I wish I cared. Kill Sapadal if you must, but do it some other way. You'll leave Naku Kubel alone. Stomp your feet as much as you like. Your opinion doesn't matter to me.
You forget your place, Archmage. No matter. I am happy to remind you.
And I will end you, Inquisitor. I will seal your unlife in ice for an eternity. Do not for a moment think that you possess any power here. You, and more importantly, your people, will regret all of it.
I think you give her too much credit. But the lives of my soldiers are on the line. So be it.
I'm afraid only one of us is lovingly remembered by history. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me. I enjoy reminding bullies how toothless they really are. Anyway, I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Furians? And Quilici?
Gods, you're right.
A gentle sleep. One moment day, the next, a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
Yes, exactly. Very concisely put. I'm so very glad you recall.
Correct? I knew I liked you for a reason, Envoy. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
I once thought of pursuing such an idea, but only after careful study. What she suggests is anything but careful.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
You surprise me, Envoy. After showing mercy to your own killer, you would condemn innocents to pain and death. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge, merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the Dream Thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. If only the Inquisitor was as astute as you. Regardless, you're correct. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something.
Ja. É um defunto?
I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. Huh. Look at the consequences of their stewardship. Plague, calamity, death. The Living Lands deserves better. Envoy, we have an obligation to scour Sapadal from the Living Lands before they destroy us. Starting with these ruins, whatever you do, make sure the decision is yours, not theirs. Sapadal will poison your judgment if you let them. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good? Countless will die regardless if the Dream Scourge is not stopped. Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. Remember the lesson I tried to teach you. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the future. Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the dream thralls, but allow the plague to keep spreading. Or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
Good people die either way, but severing the Adra shortens their suffering, I hope.
Breaking the Adra is a bold choice, but it's such a terrible cost. If only we had time to do it with some finesse. But Quilici, gods, if there's even a chance he could... No, I can't think of that right now. Then again, it's not as if I trust Ludwig. The dead have no right to choose for the living. I'm at a loss. Whatever you do, make sure you believe in it, because there's no going back.
Call it an experiment. To see if a mortal can think of futures beyond one's lifetime. And be less sentimental than the village about its statue. Also, I rather loathe the Inquisitor. She's far too used to getting her own way.
Ideological and self-absorbed. You hold a blade to the throat of my soldiers, but that's no excuse for wasting my time. Envoy, I hate to be in this position, but at least the choice is in Adiran hands. So choose.
Aí é segunda mesmo.
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one. Let's just hope Quilici is all right.
So be it. Sapadal's hold on you is stronger than I suspected.
Green, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marins of Clapan, Ed Marslante.
Pronto.
It wasn't supposed to claim our people! I can't believe the Inquisitor allowed this.
I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me. Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter? But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing. But I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
They clearly need someone with a brain with them. Besides, I have centuries.
Vamos manter os aliados o
Whatever
máximo
you
que der.
decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
Pronto.
No progress without sacrifice. This magic makes my skin twitch.
There's a few trees to save the forest.
It wasn't supposed to claim our...
O próximo lugar é... aqui. Vamos ver um assentamento. Deve estar quase perto do final, pelo jeito.
We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why. So you picked the one that delivered it instantly.
Don't take this out on her. Besides, she's right. No one should have to make that kind of choice.
Least of all, that archmage's.
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares.
Cada tem modo de pensar dos compênios.
Right.
Uns
Getting killed by
concordam, outros não
monsters is one
concordam.
thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
Pelo jeito, eu acho que não vai pegar mais compêndio nenhum novo, não. Só isso daí mesmo. Três de três.
Never thought I'd be going back to Galloway's tusks.
Relax.
Vamos ver quem é o
Don't embarrass
próximo.
you too much.
Let me...
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about what happened in Emerald Stair. I know your emperor sent you here to represent Adir, but the Steel Garrote raising Fior has gotta make things harder for you. Sure, but you couldn't have expected this. The cruelty we saw, it's hard to reconcile that with the place you've called home. I just wanted to know how you're feeling about all this. Yeah, I did my time fighting under Rawatai's flag in the Deadfire. Seeing what we did there, what we allowed, I felt like the home I knew was changing, bit by bit, or maybe I was. Enough about me, though. I want to know about you. You'd think this island's big enough, wouldn't you? Anyway, I just want to check in with you. This may be your burden, but you don't have to carry it alone. What's on your mind?
Tá bom.
I'll be here if you need me.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. How much do you really know about Adra? Very good. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost? Still, I wish we had better options. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness.
O certo seria jogar
Some will find their way
esse
to an
jogo
Adra
esperando abrir no mapa fazendo tudo.
but others could wander this land for centuries.
E aí ia ficar muito comprida a live. Eu gostei do jogo, mas a maioria das pessoas não teve interesse não.
Possibly. Probably. Eventually. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves. I suppose you're right. Maybe that's the point of our little campfire chats. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question? Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual? Indeed, it does. It's just... when you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing, or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I.
Tá bom.
Not before I've done some reading.
Could you possibly chew any louder?
Ele quer mais conversar mais. Ela parece que já resolveu os assuntos.
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in centuries. We'll see. We don't know what's really there, other than your secret god friend. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up. Either way, was it worth it? Who knows? I get it, those visions, or whatever you're having, must be really disturbing. But how do you know they won't just get worse? I guess that's not my problem, really. My job is to keep you alive, whether you've got a god in your head or not. Just don't do anything stupid, all right? Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
Tá bom.
What do you do with everything you whittle?
Ó, não quer falar mais também.
Sometimes I'll leave them in camp.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though... At least they will be free of the Dream Scourge. I just wish we'd had a better way of achieving that. Things have been... unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Akedans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers. Perhaps you'll pick a better specialty next time. Most historians have only hoped to speak with past lives through animancy. I'll blow them all away with my next paper. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier? Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
Tá bom.
Always a pleasure, Envoy.
Só aqueles
This might
dois que ainda tá querendo falar.
Can I
Aí.
have some of your fur?
Aqui já tá cumprido. Tem que pegar a recompensa. Companheiro só tem um que tem missão. Será que é a última dessa parte? Onde que tá essa missão? Tercenato. Ah, é pra cá. Esse Senato fica onde? Mais fácil vir pra cá.
Godlike, could you spare a moment?
Ah, hello, stranger. Welcome to Thirdborn. How can the Tiranui help?
Isso daí que paga as recompensas aqui.
Really? Which one? One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. Well, off you go then. Back to killing things and leaving me alone.
Three dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Bullshit. There was always another option. Something better than this massacre. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for? The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones. You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Pronto. Eu fiz uma missão que eu não tava atrás. Eu fiz da história mesmo. Carpa lascada. Vou fazer sua missão.
Yardsley, no pressure, but why haven't you and Quilici settled down yet?
We're happy as we are now. Well, living in secret.
How could they?
Tem que falar com o espírito agora?
Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Jabari Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many. The moon waxes from darkness. A new turn. New memories. Yet still still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite, this. Here, after the fire, you... Raise your hand against us. Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now.
Os três lados não são confiáveis.
Golden poppies on the road ahead.
Essa missão não tá nem marcando onde que é.
Protect the enemy. Get some better gear. Purge the blight!
It feels wrong killing them. But what choice do we have?
We have got to put a stop to this thing, Envoy.
Just
Esqueci de mudar a dificuldade. Enquanto estiver balanceado, vai no normal.
It's like the good old days.
Party in the brush! Invaders in swarms!
Let's see what you got.
We see them!
Desse pra retalhar os caras cortados. Ah, tem uma água. Vai. Que mago que tá tudo caindo errado.
Turn around!
Mine.
Heal yourself! Quick!
Quem foi que nocauteou?
Hey, over here. Behind you. They won't get past me.
Another soul for the weak. yourself! Quick!
Tem mais inimigo do que esperar.
Who's next? Anyone?
Tem alguma coisa aqui. Voltar nas alturas. Sai daí que tem como.
Come and get me!
Nicely done!
My turn! Coming from your right!
Watch your right! Death is close.
Tá longe.
Do you remember him, Flowers? He smiled at you like the sun.
I see you! Burst the light!
Over here! Make way!
Morre. Tem nenhum ponto de viagem rápida pra cá mesmo?
I must have done 100 shifts on those watchtowers. Never saw so much third-born blood under them.
Daqui é a cidade que eu vi, mas não é possível que não tenha ponto de viagem rápido espalhado para facilitar a caminhada.
Still remember the first time I saw these dunes. In the heat haze, they look just like waves.
That's my please. See you.
Ô vagabundo!
Come on.
E aí, Gabriel Castro, beleza? O jogo tá rodando bem no 6S. Tá rodando liso.
Who disturbed Serie in the brush? Out!
Peraí.
From the left.
Vai. Quase. Tá vivo ainda?
Gather round.
Tem mais alguém vivo? Não. No momento tá tudo morto. É aqui mesmo. Salvar antes.
Thomas Memorial. Never thought anything could contain that man, you know? That booming laugh, that bottomless appetite, boundless energy. Now he's under a pile of rocks.
Três opções. Não, quatro.
It doesn't, but I appreciate the effort. This is where you're supposed to distract me, lighten the mood with a wisecrack or something. Trying? I thought I was doing a pretty good job. There's something I didn't tell you about Thomas' death. Remember how I noticed he'd lost his badge? I went out. I told him I was going to go find it. He told me to stay. I said I'd be right back. That's what I said, anyway. As soon as I was out of there, I just walked. And I kept walking. You're right. I used to think it would fade over time. But guilt's like a fine wine. Now you know why I never went back to his house.
Se tivesse uma dublagem, ia estar bem
I
melhor.
never came back to Thirdborn. Don't sell me short, Envoy. I'm nothing if not tenacious. The truth is, traveling with you and Marius, getting to know Giada, Yahtzee, it's felt easy. Too easy. Yeah, and that worries me. I'm not a joiner. I'm good for a skirmish, some war stories, a few drinks, but I'm not someone you keep around. Oh, come on. You have the trust and ear of an emperor. But me? I let people down. I let them down when they're counting on me most. Self-compassion. That's a balm for outbursts and hangovers. I know what I am. I'm finally facing it. But he's not here, and that is because of me. I'm finally owning that. What? That's not true. Is that on me? When I didn't even know what to do with myself? Yeah, you know, he helped build our little squad into a community. Losing him felt like losing all of it. Guess I never realized I was the one letting it all go. Wonder if I might have helped. Things in Thirdborn might be a little better if I'd stayed. Never thought something could be scary and comforting at the same time. One of the things I loved about Tama was how he gave us all a fresh start. No matter where we'd come from or what we'd done. I drifted to Paradise, but never thought about where I'd go from this. Maybe I'll go back to help Thirdborn recover. In whatever way I can, and whatever way they'll have me. Once we've found the garden and dealt with the steel garrote. I've got some things to sort out, but it feels good to have something to look forward to.
Pronto. Campanha, dificuldade 3. Será que isso daqui é a última missão? Se for a última missão, ainda não vou pra lá não. Vou fazer umas secundárias.
Watch your back out here, traveler.
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And I plan on hunting her like a rat.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Matar Inquisidor?
Indeed. And death is her strength and her weakness.
But you're saying there's a chance?
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a Sokka sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a page-raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a blessed day oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. And all your clues come from one source. You've been following a voice in your head. What do you know about Soppadal? How do you know you can trust them?
The envoy's the only one of us who knows Soppadal. Soppadal brought her back, and they've been in her head throughout the journey. I trust you. If you've got a gut feeling about Soppadal, that's good enough for me.
And my gut tells me not to trust this. You're about to cross a sea of acid on the word of a voice in your Usundan head.
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said
Ele
what I
não
said.
concorda.
Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
Be gentle
Vou falar
with
com
him.
ele.
Or if not gentle, understanding.
Não quero perder compênio nenhum.
Hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far
É igual
unless we look after each other.
os primeiros
Now's your
dragões,
chance.
principalmente o 1. Conforme a conversa, você perdia os aliados.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit. How should I know? I don't know what's going on in my head half the time. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like...
Mas o Effect 1 que é mais interessante. Os caras se matavam dependendo.
Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Pronto. É só a anãzinha?
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist.
Se os
of
caras
the
falaram a
Circle of
raça dessa
Archmagic.
mulher, não faço a mínima
And
ideia.
we...
Ou não prestei
impressed
atenção.
her. She even offered to make me her apprentice. It was overwhelming. I can still feel my heartbeat. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the godless? I've spent my whole life with them. Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you
O
listened.
personagem devia ser um mago, mas
You'll make me
tá um
cry at
guerreiro.
this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do? Oh, my love. That is a fate worse than death. They'll need someone to help them build a new home for the Animancers. And maybe, if I was there, I could at least make sure our tea house has enough stock to keep Monto happy. Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Pronto. Salva. Tá bom, já falei bastante. Aí do jeito que tá.
Quiet, you!
É uma nova região. Aumentar a força. Pulei errado. Isso aqui é forte. Agora sim me ataca.
Good shooting, Kai.
Hey! On your right!
Isso.
To the right! Look up, envoy.
Me ferrei. Vou vazar daqui.
I can bring back someone to help. Just
You'll not leave my side until I am what I was.
Isso.
Traveler,
show me what you got!
Let's finish this.
Vai falar ou não vai?
So you've come back. Have you brought what I require? Then return when you do.
É um ovo, você quer?
Please, hurry. Just find whatever he needs and get me out of here. It'd be somewhere among the carts. Yes, somewhere among the carts, if it's still there at all.
É uma forma, não sei do que. Ou tá naquele lugar que fuse. Esse mapa com certeza é mesmo encardido. Assim.
As I live and breathe, the faithless envoy. Ludwig finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, she's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots. First, we tried the tower first, but the roots swallow, and the roots strangle, and the roots devour. The roots say your name, Envoy. They say you told them to do it. I feel I can't think straight. Body's full of roots, pulling me. You did this, didn't you? The roots try to choke the steel garrote, and we will strangle them in return. Cut them, bleed them.
That's the Dream Scourge talking. We should put them down. Give them a swift end.
Knew it! Knew it! Knew it! Roots hold you. Roots in your heart. Come and die. We won't let your rot survive. Die as the roots die. Die, traitor! Lay yourself down. Envoy, over here.
Oh, no, don't! Let's see what you got.
Next time. Enemy.
Não deu nem tempo de usar mais. Nazia não, poção de cura.
Is someone there?
This one's mine.
Stop.
Vai, sai.
Gather round. Nicely done.
Over here.
Good shooting, Kai. Close, but yet so far.
You sure do know how to show us the sights, Envoy.
So the bridge is gone, but there's another way into the garden? If there's another way, I'm not seeing it from here. And I've never seen a ship that would survive the acid sea.
I say we have a look around. Follow your divine instincts. And try not to draw unwanted attention.
We can always ask around Solace if we need to get the lay of the land. I'm sure the wardens would appreciate a warning about the steel garrote, too.
I'll follow your lead.
Pronto. Dá um pulo no banheiro.
outnumbered.
Essa praga aí. Umas construção abandonada aqui. Salva.
Let's finish.
Here we go!
Ô vagabundo.
Couldn't have done it better.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
I'll fix this.
This would be a great spot, but there's so many of them.
They could have turned into the third
Tem alguma coisa aqui. Cadê?
What are you doing here? This place isn't safe. The homestead up ahead is all run by Zaribs. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but...
Se for esses caras eu matei.
The region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salos steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The Zaribs used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors tore up the terrain so badly, they had to go south. You want to help? Nandru keep you? That'd be amazing! There are some Bargrunin living in the wastelands out here, all without the aid of the wardens. If someone got rid of these Arabs, they might be able to shelter here, maybe even grow some crops. It's up to you if you would like to help out with these Arabs, but I hope you do. I hope these Arabs haven't been too much trouble.
Eu não matei tudo, não?
Hope these Arabs haven't been too much trouble.
Morre não?
Who's next? Anyone?
Take your best.
They're coming. Gather round.
To your left.
Merda.
We've got company.
Is that all you
Não acaba mais não?
You dealt with these Arabs. I didn't have any doubts about whether you could, but still, your actions will save some lives. The buildings will at least provide some shelter. Here, take this.
Pronto. Pra ter... Isso daqui é região de acampamento? Como é que...
I'll fix this.
Vai morrer não?
Another soul for the wheel.
No enrosco nas árvores. Será que é caminho do outro lado? Tem uma. Aqui é a morte.
never thought I'd say this, but I miss the farms.
I'm starting to wonder if those gates would keep strangers out and locals in.
Let me out of here right now!
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No. You gave the goods back. That's something else.
What happened here?
Ours of a justice system answer for itself.
Do you do this every day?
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs. You can't line a pocket that's full of holes. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners. How should I know? The wardens just left him here. Ha, fine. I'm not paid enough to handle legal debates. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes. Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something.
Faço demais com meus filhos, cara.
Found a place to bathe.
I've only heard stories of this place. Amazing.
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. Marius? As in Marius with the red beard and silly hat? Holds a little flute? Smells like jerky and onions? Where as bells? We thought he was dead. Marius was a good friend of mine. We're not supposed to acknowledge those in exile, but if you bring him here, I will return the favor. Now go. I can't be caught speaking with you.
Pronto. lugar é brilo, velho?
You again. I told you the first time. No escort, no entry.
Será que eu vou ter que trazer o anão? Então eu vou trazer o anão e a maga. Que recupera a vida.
Gaze in the dark. The mountains shift in unknowable shapes. A question for a question. The leaf twines around itself. We admire much. We have much still to fear. Beast of treachery smells you. It stalks you across the land. A sword for a settlement, the scorpion promises to protect. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. Friend or foe, the branches shake. Betrayal seeps into the veins. A hidden strike, a bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this? Need the packmates to survive. Why? Deadly game. Innocence lost where it could not survive. A venom bloomed. We wonder, what good is a vow if it can break? Trust. We have learned much. Dream of dandelions with two heads.
Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Será que tem um caminho daqui do lado?
You again. I told you the first time.
Foi tu meio. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
What? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
That would be news to me.
You're alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now? Several times. But I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends, or so I thought. But then this Jidule left, unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense. What are you all doing at the ass end of the living lands anyway?
You know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. We need to speak to the council.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. Why, you pencil-pushing, goat-kissing little bookworm! I ought to stab you for that!
Try it. And see how quickly I forget that we both grew up here. Do you think the council will care about your promises when a death guard in her army turns Solace inside out?
Fuito, Marius. You've grown an edge since you left. I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
Aí deve ser a cidade
You'll
dos
see for
anões.
yourself. The council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Drawbridges and high walls are no defense against the Dream Scourge.
Just be aware, the people of Solace are just as stubborn as its
Marquês,
walls.
maga que recupera a vida.
If it's the new recruit playing games again, I'm go-
All right. Took you long enough. Wait,
You... Duty won't feed us,
like
Mother.
Nandru.
Duty won't keep
You
us
have
from
his
dying.
The
How
council
dare
is
you talk
going
to your
lose
mother
its
that way?
mind.
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here.
I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
You cannot. These are Pargrunen matters. We'd prefer that you not involve yourself.
What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, hmm? We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother.
Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders.
Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
Once again, Outlander, we did not ask for your opinion. Leave us before we call for a warden's assistance.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for.
I don't want to hear another word of this.
Try growing up with that volcano on the horizon. You learn early on how
Well,
fragile life can be.
Welcome back to Wodikas Nails, an outsider.
Sanctuary of nature. Hasn't changed a bit.
Wodikas crown, an outsider. Mikhala understands the importance of
Abidon, patron.
Ah, the outsiders. Well,
The council chamber is behind me.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
You do that. I'm out of my hands.
Tem uma secundária ali embaixo.
If we open our gate, we will talk about this later. We have a guest. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. I doubt that. There isn't an inch of this land the wardens do not patrol, day and night. If the Steel Garrote were here, we would know.
And if they are here, let them come. Solus has stood against worse threats for hundreds of years.
They destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. We have no special magic here, and few scholars. It is the spirit of Nandru, our founder, that shields us. Loudly rings his name.
So it is believed, at any rate.
Your cynicism shames you, Kostya, and shames Nandru's sacred halls. When Nandru walked beneath the keep to meet the gods and disappeared into its depths, he knew what dangers would come for us. He left his wardens to protect us. I do not believe it, but I cannot risk the keep on doubt alone. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to
Das
our
raças que
founder,
apareceu no
does she not?
jogo, essa do dos anões é a última aqui.
I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Os anões, pelo jeito, não vai querer ajudar.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone.
It's mine, too.
You have no more standing in these halls than the envoy does, Marius. We have no obligation, and indeed no inclination to help you.
Ameaçar?
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Poor Marius. At least I only had to deal with one politician. He's up against two.
Pronto. Reunião acabou em nada.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. There are just not enough resources to go around.
Então não tá tudo em ordem na
And it's
cidade.
causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. I am. I know I can't win all of them, and I need to win the ones that matter. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me?
Você quer pensar em dar golpe de Estado?
The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation.
Vou ter que molhar a mão dele. Fazer um acordo com o embaixador.
Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a
Mulher
determined
não, é um
woman.
esqueleto.
I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. I didn't intend to make you look like a fool. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. My people. Every person who is alive now, and every generation to come. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands
Se
between
bobear,
us
capaz de eu ajudar ele e me
and
trair.
doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic
Tem nem cabelo
wasteland.
branco ainda.
Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sundan mind?
You'd be giving up everything your people built here. Generations of history.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarot in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has
Ele tá
cost
vendendo a
us
Serie.
so much. The least it can do is buy a future
Pagar
for our
mais leva.
people. Kind words I did not think I would hear. I doubt she will, though. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you Adirans think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed. If you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep Adir's hunger. Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. And you've shared them all with me. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want, too. I hear she is a Death Guard. She has died once already and been returned to life by Wodica. Do you believe yourself more powerful than a god?
Minus the living skeleton thing. Though, I guess we're all living skeletons. Right. Wish I hadn't thought about that.
You're looking rather more lifelike than she.
Not for a lack of trying.
I imagine this has something to do with your godlike features? But your relationship with your god is none of my business. In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy. It is definitely a possibility. The Living Archives contain centuries of knowledge. I wouldn't be surprised if there were clues to the garden's location in there somewhere. But I'm afraid I don't know for sure. They are to the north of Solace Keep, along the main road. And beware, if my warden's reports are accurate, there are a considerable number of Zars.
Ele que é o chefe dos guardiões.
Look for Elder Grigor at the archives. He should be able to give you a full accounting. I pray nothing terrible has happened. Thank you for this, Envoy. You are more than the villains your people are made out to be.
Pronto. Uma missão secundária em algum lugar.
Any news, Andrada? So you're the outsiders my guards led you to the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you have a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. I don't care who you are. Unless the council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. Not likely the council will agree with you, stranger. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. Of course it's odd. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare. Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
We should lend a hand.
Pronto.
Maybe earn a little trust with the locals.
Feel like making yourself useful, outsider?
Roda de recompensa.
Be careful. Don't put that poor husk. Be careful. We've taken to calling it the... Be careful. Some of our best wardens were lost to that thing. The rest guide their souls to it.
Do jeito teve uma missão aqui. Daqui não é o meu objetivo no momento.
An outlander. What do you think it means?
500 metros.
Call this fresh? Idiots.
Se tivesse cavalo. Agora que é só o ponto de viagem rápida.
Help! My gods, they're killing us. Outlander, my gods, help me. We're being slaughtered. The archives, please, gods. My brothers, my fellow monks, they changed into monsters before my eyes. They're tearing everything apart. Oh my gods, how could this be happening? Oh, thank the gods. Bless you, Outlander.
Não vou agora, mas eu acho que eu peguei a missão pelo menos.
Head north along the main road. The archives are on a bluff. You can't miss the smoke. Look for Grigor. He'll know what you need to do.
Tá certo.
Zarb tracks. Lots of them. We're entering hostile territory.
Something that hurts.
Ah, esqueci, eu não tô com acho que é Kai.
Watch your right!
Look right!
Fica quieto aí, ô. Se eu subir numa boa, eu não consigo chegar aí.
Gotcha.
Be your sake!
Nice work.
Nível 19. Aliado ou
Who
inimigo?
are you, spirit?
Ah,
Go
só.
away. I know you're not real.
Inimiga, tá contaminada
Stop
agora.
you if I must.
The trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
The plague's corrupted the rest of us. The steel corrode. Our minds broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity.
A merecer a morte.
Not real. You can't be. No, go away, spirit.
Hey, look, it's Captain Elf here. Time has not been kind to her, has it?
Is that my name? Alfia. I've been wondering. What is it me I'm frightened of? Or her? My soul is mine. Mine, it will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Lureen taught us to banish the visions? Fearsome Modica, by your withering gaze, I bind this tricksome devil. Oh, gods, it's still there. I see the canopy of a tree inside your soul. No! Stop looking at me. I don't want to see it.
Right. She's gone. I'd almost suggest leaving her like this. So, what's the plan?
None shall pass, she said. The ruiner, the rival, the seed of the poisonous tree. Wodica, bind, you villain!
Here they come.
They're coming!
What's this?
One moment.
Calma. Vamos ver que qualidade que é o equipamento dela. Qualidade 4. Isso daqui é melhor que minha espada. mandar um pro baú. É, tá menos pesado agora.
I'll explore ancient ruins any day, but mines, no thing.
Salva.
Thank you. We've got company.
Let's go.
Mago foi pra vala. Tem mais. Vixe. E eu também fui pra vala.
Steel Guru did this. You can tell because the cowards ran away.
You're going to regret.
Turn around.
Vai.
It's the envoy. Behind you.
Look out! Behind you!
Desse pra decapitar os inimigos ia tá bom.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Vai. Aí, ó. 500 anos pra sair disso mesmo.
Who's there? Stop right there! It's the envoy!
hein?
Yes, you the roots if you lie. We will feed. Please help me.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
Found you! Envoy, behind you!
Turn around.
Me derrubou?
Anna!
Visão e bomba agora?
Well, that's that. We'll need another way through.
I've done it better.
Pronto. Salva.
The steel garrotes left in a hurry. Either they were 2 steps ahead of us, or running for their lives. What do we have here? Pargrunin books and documents. Some of them quite old.
They circled Solace Keep on the map. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? No. These books are all about the garden. They must be here for a reason. This looks more like research to me. The steel garrote was definitely looking for something. Probably trying to find a way to the garden. Through Solace Keep. Impossible. I've explored every inch of the keep. If there was a path to the garden inside the keep, I'd know about it.
It would have to be underground. A secret tunnel, perhaps.
You have no idea.
Ludwig must have an informant. There's no other way.
Doesn't matter. A steel garrote getting to the garden cannot be a good thing.
I knew what I signed up for. Sometimes you have to make a mess to clean a mess. And this is certainly a mess.
Ah, então, o próximo combate vai pegar. O bicho vai pegar nos próximos combates.
Trespasser, she defiles our ground. Murderer, she is near.
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me? The time has come.
Inquisidor.
Wardens will never.
Atacando os anões.
Suffered in the grip of its own madness. Today the living lands unites under one flag. One people. One law. One true God.
No! Never again!
Explodir a arte. Todo mundo contaminado com a loucura.
What? They're dream thralls now?
So here you are. Sapadal coaxed you toward the garden, a spider luring a fly to the safety of the web.
Who spins? Who rides?
Eu apertei algum botão errado.
Leaves a trap of steel.
Look at my paladins, envoy. Look what your god has done to us. I should have realized it sooner. The Dream Scourge is Sapadal's weapon. A cudgel to drive us out of the living lands. Then Sapadal's danger is only outmatched by their unpredictability.
I don't believe your god could knowingly wield the Dream Scourge. Their mind is broken, with no capacity for malice.
And no capacity for reason either. Like a child playing with their mother's invention. Isn't that right?
You talk too much. The dead should remain silent.
What a pair we make, envoy. Proxies in a war between gods. Your patron versus my faith. A war that ends here and now. The choice is ours. Do we trust our own judgment? Or do we gamble it all on the monster whispering in your ear? You've seen what they can do in chains. Setting them loose would be a disaster. No matter where we turn, we find the consequences of Sapadal. Plague, blight, madness. The Living Lands hangs by a thread because mortals cannot live in the shadow of a god, much less one that's lost its mind.
We were fine living at the whim of a sleeping god until you came along and woke it up.
Use whatever brain is left in your skull. Mortals have been here for centuries. It's only gotten worse since you arrived.
You and I alone can save the Living Lands by destroying the unending madness that is Sapadal.
Right. We definitely all had input on that decision.
Hear that, you shambling old bag of bones? You decaying cesspit of nightmares?
I knew it might come to this. Sapadal has a stronger claim on you than we ever did. Still, I had hoped your wisdom would prevail, if not your loyalty. What a shame to destroy so much potential. This battle has raged for millennia. If you will not finish it, then I will. Prepare yourself for the beyond.
Bugou a voz dela?
Swarm! Devour!
Atacou errado ainda.
Nicely done. Enemy to the right. Come on!
One moment.
Quase.
Skeleton! More dream throws. Really? I think they're coming from the camps.
Morreu?
We did it. That steel garrote Korba died just like anyone else. Right. I don't trust that woman to die like a normal person. The garden lit up and everyone changed. I hate to say it, but maybe Ludwig is right about Sapadal and the dream.
Certo seria
I really need to lie down. Just for
ver os ossos dela.
Vipers in the knot. The venom drowns us. Save us, please.
Ah, deve estar perto. voltar nessa região. Excesso de peso.
Touch the Adra. Feel our voice.
Espada do Imperador. Pronto, o excesso de peso acabou.
Speak. We would speak to you. They stand outside our prison. We rattle the bars, they do not hear. We scream, they do not answer.
Provavelmente amanhã eu acho que deve sair o final desse jogo. Ou hoje.
Truth. Truth. We are in agony.
Eu já tô quase parando.
They come. A surging flood of parasites. They destroy us bite by bite. They eat us alive. Out. Let us out.
Ou eu acabei agora, sei lá.
There are always more. New steel treads upon the ashes of the old. The light stands in the midst, the old light. It blinds us. Send it away. It hurts. It has always hurt this way. And our pain spreads, and the rot spreads. The plague grows. No. We see now. The mycelial roots tended with our blood and tears. We wanted to be patience and strength, but we were afraid. They hurt us and would not stop. We did not mean to. We were innocent. We were never taught the meaning of our strength. We were nothing.
Do jeito a Inquisidora estava certa.
As we woke to the world, we reached out and we found them, the other gods. We thought they would love us, but they flinched from us like we were a flame. Charred Queen called us an abomination. We tore chasms in the land and boiled its rivers to stop her magfolk, to save our people. How could we have known how fragile their bodies were? She hurt us, killed those who loved us. She wanted us gone, forgotten, destroyed utterly. We do not know. We do not comprehend. We were new to the world, and it to us. Yet she made it our sin. She who caged us. She who called us monster. We thrash and the affliction rises. We scream and the rot spreads. We did not intend to lie. Can the river not wash and drown? Can poison not cure the disease? They hurt us. We hurt them back. We hurt them again, again. We dreamed of green shoots, roses without thorns to prick. The vines of the past strangle us. Help us. We are alone. We cause it, but it is not our way. We will make this better. We promise. Help us. Release us. Then the rot ends. We give you another sliver of our power, a piece of us. Do you
Pelo jeito, acho que o jogo não acabou ainda.
The
Vai ganhar
parasites
mais
who
um
trapped
poder.
us left a door in the garden's wall. Reach it, and you can set us free. Let us aid you once more. We grant you our power. Find the wall of the valley across the acid sea. It cups our prison in its palm. It waits. We wait. Free us. End our suffering.
Nível 20. Salva. Só quero tirar uma dúvida se vai ter mais batalha ou não. Vai.
A branch break. Let's finish this.
Take him down.
Eu vou terminar por aqui. Amanhã eu continuo. Provavelmente deve finalizar o jogo amanhã também. Falou então.